Alrighty, and welcome to another episode of the Brian and
Mason
podcast. What are we talking about today?
Brian. Brian, we're gonna get into some old school ad man stuff. We're gonna be talking about Edward Bernays.
Bernays?
Bernays. He invented the sauce.
Yeah, the Bernays sauce.
The Bernays sauce. That's why we're gonna start today's with the most important topic: breakfast.
Breakfast. Hell yeah, I love me some breakfast. I think that's I could eat breakfast for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, honestly.
Oh, okay. You're a big breakfast guy?
Especially when it comes to bacon, dude. I can't ever say no to bacon. Anything wrapped in bacon, too, sign me up. Sign me double up.
Oh, were you big on the bacon train?
Yeah, I bought bacon salt. I was psycho with it.
Yeah, I was in on the bacon hype train. That feels very, mid 2010s, right?
Yeah, bacon salt on the eggs was where it was at, dude.
Yeah. So I am not a breakfast person. I love breakfast foods, don't get me wrong, but I don't eat in the morning. And I don't get hungry until lunch.
Yeah, me too.
So growing up, my mom always made me feel bad for not eating breakfast. It was always like, honey, you gotta eat. It's the most important meal of the day.
Right. And so you're telling me it's Edward Bernays' fault that she was on your ass about that all those years ago? It's that guy's fault?
I am 100% telling you that it was Edward Bernays' fault.
Ooh, okay? That bastard.
So, different cultures throughout different times have had different opinions on breakfast. In a lot of Europe, for a big portion of like the Middle Ages, people thought it was soft to eat breakfast. Like only little kids and old people ate breakfast. It just wasn't done. You just got up and got to work.
Yeah, when men were men, we didn't eat breakfast, guys.
Which is also a weird concept. And it more made me think of like, people are weird that they were arguing about whether you have a slice of bread in the morning or not.
Yeah, they'll have toxic really masculinity about anything, I guess.
Oh, you eat breakfast? Pansy.
Scrambled eggs in the morning? That's gay, bro. What? I can't believe that.
My wife made me these eggs.
Right. Would your boyfriend make you that breakfast? Oh. That's crazy take.
So, the idea of the American breakfast, we're talking classic breakfast here, like you see in the picture, pancakes and bacon, maybe there's waffles, maybe there's a little grapefruit. Whenever you see a cereal commercial and they're like part of a balanced breakfast and they show like 7 other items. That whole idea of having to pack all this nutrients into breakfast really does come from Edward Bernays. And it becomes from this next slide. So go on and move to the next slide.
Okay.
Because you're a bacon guy.
Oh, I love me some bacon. Oh, when I saw this too, this reminds me of the like, I feel like a piece of butter on a stack of flapjacks.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
That's from Pineapple Express. That's like the very first opening scene. Item 9 needs to be criminalized. We got to get down with item 9. He's like, item 9's the bee's knees, man. Your dick, my mouth. Oh. It's like one of the best scenes ever.
How could I have forgotten the classic Pineapple Express?
That's the first time I'd ever seen anyone rotate it in their mouth before. I was like, now that is true comedy right there. That guy's thinking outside the box right there. Way to take it a step further.
Next level.
Right. It went from crude to artsy, in my opinion, with that simple twist, man. A1.
Well, speaking of crude to artsy and putting it in your mouth.
This guy, is this like Palpatine?
What do you think of this?
Is this the Palpatine of beech nut bacon? I need more canned bacon now. It's the only way we can take down the Jedis.
How dare you? That's Grandpa Bobby Beechnut with his signature plate of bacon that he eats every morning.
They have the like bacon.
Does that bacon
scent.
look appetizing?
It's like wafting up towards him. He's just sitting in it. I love the smell of canned bacon in the morning, fellas.
Yeah, I wanted you to know that it's canned bacon for the record.
This
isn't
crazy.
Advertising fresh bacon. So this is the Beech Nut Bacon Company. They are big in
I've never even heard of a beech nut, by the way. Is that like an actual nut, or is that just the name of the company?
No, so beech nut is an actual nut. It's got some like tobacco-like properties. People in like the American South used to chew it.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they used it as like a preserve. Beech nut bacon would actually go on from their canning ham and bacon to selling beech nut tobacco.
Huh.
Yeah, you really got to diversify back in these 1920s.
That's what my tobacco's missing, is a nice nutty flavor in them. Oh, man, that's no wonder why I never got hooked on them.
You're joking, but we'll get to that. But right now we're talking about bacon.
A real man smokes nutty cigarettes. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you, fellas.
Is Grandpa Bobby Bacon selling you right here? Grandpa Bobby Beech Nut?
That guy knows what's good in life. Look at him. He's used to the fine pleasures in life for sure.
Yeah, an entire plate of bacon every morning. That's a healthy American there.
He's like, I need a full tablecloth to wrap around me, and I'm not going to use my hand. I need a servant to hand feed me the bacon slices too. I'm just going to sit here with my eyes half open. Make choo-choo sounds.
That is ridiculous. You can see a tie like behind his collar there. That is definitely a bib that goes over the shoulders.
Look, that's one of those ones where it's like it's the actual tablecloth on the table and he just folds up the corners and ties it around him.
Bobby Beech Nut would go on to invent the Snuggie tablecloth.
Yeah.
It didn't sell well, but he invented that. He's like, no, the sleeves are part of it too.
And, okay, I think that, at first I'm like, so is he bald on top with a fucking crazy sideburn going on, by the way? But I think that might just be the bacon smoke smell going on. You see that? Doesn't it kind of look like a crazy...
I think that's a sideburn. I don't know if they'd invented, like, the alluring smell coming from food yet. Because this is the 1920s.
Why? I want to know.
Let's just go on to the next one.
They're like, you know what else this picture's missing too? He really needs liver spots. That's going to help sell us this canned bacon. That's going to take this editorial to the next level.
I've got one more that's a little better.
Okay. You can go to this next one.
Yeah.
Bake your beech nut bacon. Wait, so was he just eating it raw straight out of the can?
Why would you need to tell people? Why would you take out an ad to tell them to bake it? Yeah. Unless you had these...
That's wild.
These troglodytes just opening up a can of bacon. And you know, bacon fat solidifies. So I'm assuming it's just like...
This is one of those things...
lard.
You know, they were getting complaints in the mail, and they're like, man, I keep eating this bacon, but it's all raw and nasty and goopy. And
mushy.
It's like, it doesn't say on the cans how to prep it anywhere. And he's like, Jesus, I already ordered 1 million cans. We can't put the instructions on. You know what? I'm just going to put out a PSA. Fuck it. We'll do it live. The original Bill O'Reilly.
So, this is the kind of height that you have to elevate ad work of like, well, gosh, Johnny, they're not buying the bacon. What do we do? Yeah. Did you tell the rubes to cook it? You're a genius, Johnny.
Get Beth to look over it and get her face in there, too.
Right, yeah, no. This was an artsy shot. Like, we're revolutionizing things. We're putting a woman in a magazine.
Right. Before Photoshop was a thing too. Look at all that tasteful. Look, someone had to go in and hand crop out those pictures, man.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say Photoshop was definitely a thing back then. You just had to do it literally like cut and paste by hand.
Yeah, it's like a collage work kind of. I think it was more popular back then.
Yeah. So that we may be looking at somebody's early collage.
The world's work advertiser. I'd like to know.
Yeah,
I wish I knew which paper that this is that was in. That'd be interesting.
I'm pretty sure these ads ran pretty much across all U.S. publications. So that was one of Edward Bernays' first big ads, is breakfast and selling bacon.
He said, "Look, you stupid assholes, fucking bake the bacon, you idiots."
Bake the bacon.
Please, please, please.
Which I do wonder, like, am I biased of 100 years of conditioning because of Edward Bernays?
Right.
Is this one of those situations where it's like, you know, if you didn't grow up watching Seinfeld, it's not funny?
Oh, right.
You know, because I'm like, man, how hard a sell is bacon that they really had to hire somebody?
Right. Well, I mean, for canned bacon, that is kind of a hard sell. I got to think. Maybe he was challenging himself too. He's like, you know what? I want to upgrade my ad game. What's something hard that I could sell? Canned bacon. That's going to be I'm going to put that at the top of my resume. I was the world's top canned bacon salesman. Dude, on a resume, that would impress me if I was trying to hire a salesman. Wait, you sold what?
You know what? I do think that you've kind of hit on something, that Edward Bernays is always going to sell something that seems pretty obvious that you should like, but he's going to do it in kind of a weird way. So I've got a couple quotes. Let's just pop on to the next one.
Okay, all right.
So Edward Bernays went to school for agriculture, but he got into journalism after getting out. So what's that quote?
People want to go where they wanted to be led. Wow. What a thought-provoking
People want to go where they wanted to be led. Ha-cha-cha. Huh. Right?
Is that like a takeoff of you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink? Is that him too?
Yeah.
I swear this is like a precursor quote to that.
There's a lot of these snappy little quotes. So next slide that he did, this is something kind of cool.
Great mustache, by the way. I do have to give him props on that.
So for a while, he was a head of like a medical paper, and he advocated a lot of cool policies. He went out of his way to put on this play called Damaged Goods that was adapted from a French play about
domestic violence.
No. So this is prostitution and condom use.
Oh, wait, what?
And like,
in a positive light or a negative light?
So actually in a positive light.
Oh, okay.
Like Edward Bernays gets lots of props from the entire medical community for putting on this play. It's because it is
to convince people to put condoms on before they have sex with prostitutes.
Yes.
That's awesome. He's like, no, guys.
It's snappier.
You can't just tell these assholes to put condoms on. They'll be like, well, my grandpa been fucking without a condom. We got to inspire them through theater, guys. We got to make it seem cool. We got to take a manly man and we got to make him wear a condom first. Okay, guys?
You're kind of nailing it.
That is terrific.
But yeah, so...
because that's like another way too, where it's like, we're not directly telling you to do something, but we're going to show you a video of someone making this idea look cool kind of thing, you know, but we're not telling you to do that.
Yeah. And also they definitely have that moment where somebody's like, oh, I've had 8 beers and I'm going to drive my car. And it's like, no, don't. Something bad might happen.
Right.
And then you cut to crash, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know the quality of the play, but it gets a lot of props for going against like the Puritan standards and being like, this is a realistic depiction of like safe sex.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny too, because it's like we need that more again now because sex work and everything has been so stigmatized again where like people don't even feel comfortable talking about it in the slightest. And it's like one of those things, it's like, it's been around in society for so long. It's just weird people make it weird to talk about through their like religion and stuff. And it's like, but if you like are bipartisan about it and talk about it like a human, it's not that big of a deal, guys. It's like, oh, we can't talk about sex. That's insane. No one does that.
Like, okay, but everybody's getting herpes, so we got to do something.
Right.
It's the very real of like, yeah, but it's happening and I'm a doctor and it does not work just telling people
well, that's
when
the
they come
stigmatization.
already.
It's like, well, prostitutes have STDs. That's why you don't have sex with them. And it's like, well, no, that's just why you wear a condom. And not all prostitutes have STDs if they're practicing safe sex.
And I think that there's also, like, I'm not going to get into the weird sexual politics of the 20s, but I think there's also like working girls that are like actually just women that have jobs.
Right.
But, they're like, them's loose gals.
Yeah. But a male prostitute's
works
a
in a
gigolo.
factory.
And he's cool.
Yeah, actually, yeah. There's very much that Don Juan notes. But so he was the in charge of a medical paper for a while.
Okay.
He also had some cool ideas. He was against corsets.
Okay.
He was like,
I fuck with
corsets
that.
aren't healthy. He said people should shower more.
Wow. Hey, I really like that take. If we have to thank him for that, okay, I'll give him props on that.
I mean,
we need him again for Magic the Gathering events.
Oh God, Brian, I've started getting into Magic the Gathering, and most of the community is super welcoming and normal people.
Most of them are.
There are a couple,
but there are really bad outliers that are always in the group that
right. It's the extreme ones that you really notice. But yeah, so Edward Bernays, pretty progressive guy. He was from a upper class Viennese family in Austria.
Viennese, like he was born from Vienna sausages?
Exactly. That's what the Viennese are.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're a sausage making people and they grow from sausages.
Like in that movie, where they have the sausage hands. What's it?
Everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe that's like one of my favorite movies.
I was gonna get it. It was like sausage. Oh no, I know the sausage hands.
I had to do this right here, and then you knew.
Yeah, as soon as you did that, I was like, oh yeah, when her fingers are floppy.
I love that part. And she's like doing with the sausage finger on her, like flirting. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I've watched that movie like a dozen times. It's so good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
All right, but anyways, so the Vienna's where is that?
Yeah.
Is that
Austria?
Oh, okay. That's why I've never heard of it.
He's from a very upper class Austrian family. A Jewish family, not particularly practicing or anything. His uncle is Sigmund Freud. So
what? The Lion Tamer?
That's Siegfried and Roy.
Oh yeah.
That's different from Sigmund Freud.
Oh yeah, Siegfried
I'd like
and
to
Roy.
make a Freudian slip joke, but I don't even know where that goes. Siegfried and Roy. You like white tigers?
Oh yeah, Sigmund and
Are you a furry?
No. That
was quick with it. All right, back to the topic.
Nothing wrong with furries, by the way. Whatever floats your boat.
No, we love furries. Don't take down our internet.
Yeah. Right.
Have you heard that the majority of our infrastructure is built by
people
in the furry community?
Well, because IT is supposedly really dominated by the furry community and stuff. Yeah, I have heard that a lot.
Weird side tangent there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're Edward Bernays. We're pro shower. We're anti corset. Mm-hmm. We're pro safe sex.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds all right.
We're pro bacon.
Yeah.
I'm liking all of it.
I like pro bacon.
All right, moving on.
Next. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested.
Okay, well, you put a tone on that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
He's an ad guy. He's an ad guy, Brian.
That sounds like a Dune scene or something.
You didn't know that you wanted canned bacon until he told you wanted canned bacon, and you like canned bacon, right?
Is this guy trying to be Paul Atreides?
Aren't you happy?
Oh,
Moving on.
Okay.
You don't appreciate his guidance, I don't think.
Oh, I like this lady.
Okay.
She looks badass.
Super related, But I just wanted to set the stage with Ogden's Guinea Gold. And if you don't know, Ogden is a small city in Utah.
Okay.
And I do like to imagine that Guinea Gold is some type of like bicycle roller derby queen.
When I was thinking guinea gold, I just thought of like they made the filter in the cigarette out of guinea pig hair.
Yeah, I mean, of course they did. The more endangered animals you can put in a cigarette, the tastier it
Oh
is.
yeah, true. That's why they like beech nut, because that's actually really a highly endangered nut. That's why we've never heard of it, because it went extinct, because they put it in all the cigarettes and the bacon.
We couldn't stop the cigarette and bacon machines if we tried. There was no choice. But so I wanted to point this out of there's a couple crazy things going on for the 1920s in here. So obviously we're seeing a lot of leg, right?
Oh yeah, they're all about didn't you say that the calf was supposed to be like the sexiest part back then?
Again, there's big chunks of history where like we had really different values. And yeah, for a couple hundred years, the calves were the sexiest part of the body.
Right.
You always wanted to show off the calves.
Yeah. Especially if you were a man, you're
But
like, you can't let another man draw you without sexy calves. That would be unmachismo.
Disgraceful.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, I'd rather you draw me with a little dick than tiny calves.
Anything but the tiny calves, bro. Please.
Don't do it to me. But so we've got a lot of exposed leg here.
Mm-hmm.
That she's on a bicycle. That's super controversial.
Huh. Women on bikes was controversial? Why? Because she was outside the kitchen or something?
Oh, not even kidding, yes.
Oh, no.
It was the fact that women could get around.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because cars were a thing, but cars were prohibitively expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was only the upper class people, and the upper class women got to do whatever they want pretty much.
Right.
Okay. But now all of a sudden, working class women could get on a bike and go, you know, a couple miles down the road to find a job, or ride to the next village and find a job, get out and socialize. It was a big source of independence for women.
Okay. I did not know that.
People hated it.
Yeah. Historically, the oppression of women has like always been around them not being able to like express themselves publicly in like a way that makes them seem equal to men in any way, shape, or form. Anytime that has ever happened, it's been met with pushback.
And we support those equality notes, like women smoking, which was very gendered at the time.
Huh.
Like less than 5% of women smoked.
It was like if you saw a woman smoking, you're like associated that as like a manly act, I guess, smoking cigarettes. It wasn't seen as sexy.
Yeah, or like a loose act. It's like a woman going to the bar and having a drink and a cigarette.
Oh, I know what she really wants in her mouth. She's a Guinea Gold
gal. Yeah, it's a very disgusting, like, you know, everything a woman does is performative.
Right.
You know. So there was a push. Edward Bernays came up with this idea. Go ahead and go to the next slide.
Okay.
That he called torches of freedom.
Wait. Torches of freedom?
What?
That's his play on Lucky Strike cigarettes? Torches for
cigarettes
freedom.
In general. He came up with this idea of empowering. And so can you describe the picture for me?
Yeah, so it's like a Lucky Strike pack of cigarettes and a chain going from it to American intelligence on the wrist. So saying that like, if you're not smoking cigarettes, you're an idiot, I guess. You got to break free from being unintelligent and smoke Lucky Strikes. Is what I'm picking up, I guess.
You get it.
Is it that ancient
You're not a sheep
against cigarettes? Progress has been made. We removed the prejudice against cigarettes. That's crazy.
We did it. Women can have cancer too now, guys.
I swear the like staggering of the cigarettes is like some Illuminati shit. Not to be on another conspiracy theory, but there's a...
All right. Moving on. I got another of the torches of freedom.
Okay.
Read it out for us.
Okay, yeah. Women are free and ancient prejudice has been removed. See, this is when I read this the first time, I'd mentioned I thought this was like an ad for women's suffrage that was like advertising that we need to let women vote is what I'm thinking. It's like, nah, we need to let women smoke cigarettes. That's what their real problem in life is. They ain't smoking enough cigarettes.
But you're exactly right. It's supposed to look just like suffragette.
Yeah.
It's supposed to take that image of a grassroots movement for equality. And now you can buy a product to show that you're a member of that anti-establishment class.
That's going to keep your husband from whipping you with a whip like that. You got to be smoking Lucky Strikes. Then he'll take you seriously. He'll treat you equally.
Yeah, the imagery on there is a little rough.
Yeah. So they can see that good on the stream. Yeah.
Can you zoom in a little? Give me break it into thirds so we can see it clearly. What do we got on the left there?
Yeah, that is some wild imagery. Oh, I got up. Hold up. We're doing it.
We're doing technical stuff here.
There we go.
So yeah, what do you see?
It's the guy going, "How dare you think about smoking cigarettes?" Ooh!
And he's got a whip in his hand.
She's like, well, but what else am I going to do with my other hand while I'm holding my baby? I got to be smoking a cigarette, obviously. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah, she is holding a baby.
Yeah. I'm going to beat you and that baby if you think about smoking cigarettes, girl. Let me tell you. Like, so weird. Not just a clenched fist either. They're like, no, it doesn't. We got to have the whip in the hand or else they might not understand the correlation there, guys.
Right. You know how women are just always like cowering in fear?
Right.
Make sure you put the whip in there so we know it's extra bad. Not just the usual 1920s bad.
Is this guy wearing shorts and boots with high socks, by the way? What the fuck? Unacceptable. I swear it looks like he has like
wearing some weird spaceman.
That's what I was like. Is the upper part look like an astronaut or what? Right?
We're going to stop women. We're going to give women equality on the moon first and then Earth right after. Yeah. As soon as we sell a million packs of cigarettes, moon equality.
Right. Well,
we deliver.
Let's scoot this thing over. What's up with this guy, Johnny Appleseed looking dude? What's that guy doing? Oh, and again, look, I just realized too, this lady's holding a baby too. In that picture. I didn't realize that.
I know that they don't know that you shouldn't smoke with a baby, but I feel like you should know you shouldn't smoke with a baby.
They're like, nah, the only time, whenever you're holding a baby, you should be holding a cigarette in the other hand for show. Come on, guys.
I could see some weird, like, well, babies stress you out. And if you get too stressed, you're going to shake it. So pick up a Chesterfield.
Good parents give their babies secondhand cancer, guys. Come on now. Be good parents. Toasting did it.
Yeah, zoom back out. So that was some weird thing that I do want to say is like the same idea that Starbucks had, where if we over toast everything, it tastes more uniform because it's burnt.
Oh, huh. Okay. That's a Starbucks thing? I didn't know about that.
Starbucks really over roast their beans so that they have a consistent taste across all their stores. But it's why it's one of the lowest quality coffees that you can possibly get. Go to any other coffee place but Starbucks. Unless you're one of those few places with a union Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, and quick
then
PSA.
Maybe go support them.
Starbucks is trying to like push out this propaganda talking about how they're like losing all these profit and they need to close like 1,100 stores. Well, just so you know, the CEO of Starbucks as a company has the largest gap from how much the CEO is paid down to their median worker out of any other company in the entire United States. And the only reason why they're saying these things that they're doing is so that they can close down unionized stores. That's the only reason why they're running with this lie that they're doing. Their business is doing completely fine.
That's what it always is. It's always been anti-union.
Yeah, it's a ploy to shut down unionized stores.
Just a quick note, the guy that he's working with for all these cigarette campaigns, he's something Duke. Are you familiar with like Duke University in Mississippi?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't really like know too much about their history.
No, you know that there's a fancy university in Mississippi named Duke. It's named after this guy.
I think their color's blue or something. That's about the extent of my knowledge.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's not?
I don't even think that's right. I think it's green.
Is it? What? I gotta fact check that real quick. Hold on.
I don't know, man. We grew up down south, but we were not football kids.
Yeah, no, it's blue.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. But you believed me when I was like, no, it's green, dude.
Right.
Oh, shit.
I just pulled up a bunch of different ones, but yeah, here you
go. Okay. So the guy that paid for all of that basically had cornered the market in the US on cigarettes. He had the market on cigarette rolling machines, and he didn't sell them to his competition. He actually... There was some big antitrust stuff that went on that broke his company up.
So were all the other companies had like people hand rolling the cigarettes or something?
Yes.
Holy shit. Damn. So I bet, he was able to cut on labor costs so much by having the rolling machines. And I bet he was killing it.
And previously, you just didn't buy pre-rolled cigarettes. You'd buy loose tobacco and you'd smoke a pipe, or you'd roll your own cigarettes.
Okay.
And so there's also a portion of this that's like, well, yeah, you used to need a tobacco pouch, and you'd have to take it out and figure it out. Now you've got a pack of cigarettes that you can carry with you. It's super simple and convenient, and everybody should be carrying a pack of these.
Yeah. Well, and a fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but I've actually knew some guys that used to roll their own cigarettes, and the way that they made the packaging that you'd buy your tobacco in, they usually have like a pouch built into them so that like when you would pull out your tobacco, it had another separate thing so that then you would set your tobacco or your paper in it, and it had like a little pouch built into the tobacco thing that you could roll in, and then when you were done, you could dump whatever was left back into the pouch. Fun fact.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. It gave you like a little rolling tray built into the packaging itself.
Very cool.
It was, you used to know him. It was Keith from Hicks Convention Services. He used to roll his own cigarettes, and that's how he used to do it.
Tops?
Yeah.
There was Tops, and what was it, like Blue Boy? Oh, God, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I love Keith. I miss that guy. That dude was crazy.
Hope he's doing well.
Yeah,
if we blow up,
find him
Keith on here.
Yeah, we need to interview that guy. That's one of the craziest people I've ever met. He says the wildest shit.
All right, well, let's move on before we admit to anything that we did with Keith.
Hey, the statute of limitations is over with that guy.
That's true.
It's been 10 years.
Nothing bad, only fun.
Yeah, nothing bad, guys. Nothing bad. Just roasting each other is the only real bad thing we ever did. Making fun of each other. It was the worst stuff we did.
All right, before we start looking at this ad, something else that he did, he was pushing the Lucky Strike's color green. So the Lucky Strike cigarette, if you go back to the colored image.
Let's see. What the heck?
Oh,
there it goes.
Technical difficulties. Yeah, so
that's how to turn it off and on.
There we go. We're tech wizards here at the BAMPod. So it's a little dark in here. I think the actual color is a little lighter green, but you see this dark green color here on the pack. So at the time, and what they said, I don't know if I trust them, but apparently that dark color green wasn't fashionable.
Okay.
So what Edward Bernays did in secret, didn't tell anybody that he was doing this and working for the tobacco company. He organized what he called the Green Gala.
Okay.
Which was just a big fashion show where everybody showed up in green dresses. He had gone to different fashion journalists, because he's a journalist, fellow fashion people, and implored them to say that this dark green was the new color of the season. He would do little publicity stunts where he would hire women to walk down main streets in New York wearing green and smoking cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
And so what he would tell them, and what he would tell the newspapers, or what he would tell people to tell the newspapers while he was off in the bushes hiding, was that this was a spontaneous women's movement that was pro-smoking and pro-women's rights. And there's a fashion theme.
Huh. That is a weird mix-up of everything.
Right? Because there's some stuff where I'm like, Edward Bernays is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
He's down. And then you hear some stuff where you go, wait a second. And I've said this multiple, and I'll keep saying it. People didn't let on that Edward Bernays was involved in this. So start on the right and describe this picture. Can I get another zoom in, please?
Yeah, here, let me see. This, and then a bam. And I'm going to let it flow over onto my side. I don't care. I think it looks cool. All right,
that's fine.
But yeah, so in this first picture, we've got this lady in a fancy dress. And I'm assuming that's probably supposed to be green.
Lucky Strike green, yes.
And then, and she's doing like I was talking about, she's like, not just smoking a cigarette. It's like, no. You've got to hold it sexy. You've got to hold it like artiste, like this.
Yeah, like it's an accessory.
Like Filippo Sorcinelli would smoke a cigarette. Yes. And you must stare off. Again, stare off into the distance while you hit it to look very sophisticated. They taste better. That's their slogan too. How are we going to get
taste better?
They taste better. They taste like beech nuts.
You really didn't have to try back then. We missed our chance when you could just be a confident white guy and be like, they taste great.
They taste
better.
That's a
new slogan. Where's my money?
Right. And of course it's true. It says it right there on the ad. They taste better. How can I can't post stuff if it's not true, guys. I'd go to jail. Come on now. Use your noggin.
I have a friend who's a doctor, and I gave him $1,000, and he said, gosh golly, do I love a Lucky Strike.
And then in the next one, it's like, hey, you getting a little fat? You know what could help? Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. So Edward Bernays gets the distinction of introducing the idea that smoking makes you thin.
Yeah.
And specifically marketing cigarettes to women as a weight loss supplement. So not only does it give you more freedom, does it make you look hotter, it makes you thinner. What? You gotta be smoking. What are you doing not smoking?
Right. Well, because I think technically it's like one of those things where it's like when you smoke, it's like a food inhibitor where it makes you not hungry, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, it makes you not hungry.
Yeah.
And also, too, I think like the physical act of smoking, it's so bad for your body, it burns like 100 calories.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you burn like an extra 100 calories a day because your body's processing poison.
Right. Okay. Huh.
Don't smoke, kids.
Yeah, don't do that. No. And then
Since nobody's ever seen me smoke on stream.
We've got another lady posing, trying to make cigarettes look sexy. I love that is record complicated. I swear she's throwing up gang signs right there. Look at that complicated. She's like doing a Naruto fucking gesture right there. She's about to summon a giant toad.
That would go hard as fuck, actually. I would love a 1920s Naruto. Like really roaring 20s flapper girl.
A big Lucky Strike cigarettes mascot comes out.
Oh god, it's all 20s food mascots and shit.
Yeah.
But and I just want to say, I think her color is the closest to the actual Lucky Strike green.
I do have to say that is a kind of fire green.
Right? I think that looks
I
great.
think it looks kind of nice.
I'm having a hard time being like, women won't smoke my Lucky Strike cigarettes because of the green packaging.
Right.
It's like, okay, if you're paying me to change that, sure. I'll get women to wear green dresses.
Right. Oh, and this is totally a collage, by the way.
Yeah, that's definitely. And then that last one on the top left that I just think is really tasteless.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
is this you 5 years from now? Reach for a Lucky instead. Well, and it kind of feels like there's like a racist undertone too, where it's like, yeah, no, we got to make her look black too. It's like, you want to be white and thin, smoke Lucky Strikes. You know, I didn't think about that before until just now. It's like, that kind of probably has some racist undertones to it too.
God, yeah. I'm almost positive now that you mention it, because it was the 1920s and there was this idea of, you know, the white aesthetic is the ultimate ideal.
Well, and it's backed up by the fact that too, it's like all the models are white women too.
Well, it's the 1920s. They weren't going to put a woman of color in here.
That would be crazy. Oh yeah,
that'd be too crazy.
I saw something about this cartoonist for the Washington newspaper or something. It was talking about, he was like a caricature guy, and back in the day he wanted to do more African American representation in his cartoons, but they had strict restrictions on him only being able to portray them as like servants or like taxi cab drivers and stuff like that. And he had always had a lot of pushback throughout his career wanting to portray them in more positive ways, because he wanted to make them main characters in his cartoons too, so that his cartoons could be more diverse in different ways. And they're like, well, you can't make a black person the main character. That would be crazy. The kind of weird, systematic racism.
And to touch on that too, because that existed in the film industry as well. But it should be noted that there's this really weird thing where when movies first started being made, you know, any art form, whether it's acting, whether it's film, whether it's media, it's usually started by a lower class of people or a outside group, you know, and then it gets co-opted by the majority. So when, you know, the original cartoonists, when the original film and Hollywood people were making movies, they were full of people of color. They were super diverse. It wasn't until the 20s and like this golden age of Hollywood that they came in with like practices and standards that kind of codified this racism of, you know, you can't let a black man be a star on stage. You can't let interracial kiss happen, you know?
Yeah.
So it is there, but it's also weird that it wasn't there at the beginning.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense, because like you said, it's like, I guess the original is like actual artists all getting together and trying to come to collective and like produce art, right? And then it's like, like you said, when it gets like corporatized and all these people come in, it's like, no, we got to bring this is an art form now. This needs to be respectable. We got to do it this way. This is how we're going to elevate our craft. We got to be racist. That's what you're doing wrong.
And that is, you know, that is the core of cultural appropriation. It's, you know, when a black person was doing it, it was trashy. But when a white person's doing it, it's innovative.
Right.
It's like, innovative? They've been doing that for, you know, ever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but it's kind of daring that I did it.
Right. And it's like, but he didn't even do the act as good as me. What the fuck? Yeah, but he's white, guys. Yeah. And it's like, oh, we can market it easier. Yeah. It's like one lie after the next kind of thing. And people don't want to see a black main actor, you know, and they use it. Well, look at this. Check out all these ads and stuff. Look, everyone likes, there's white people in the main on all of them.
Yeah. And just to bring it back to this, with all of that ideas in there, so Edward Bernays is pushing something that, especially in our modern time, we're looking back and we're being like, that's really gross, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting. Edward Bernays didn't smoke.
What? Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Didn't smoke. Which, like, fucking everybody smoked. Didn't I see an ad that told me the doctor says that smoking will give me pep and vitality?
I would have guessed that he was one of those people that when he gets done smoking one cigarette, he lights the next one with that one and then smokes it.
He looks like it.
I swear that's like a common theme, though, with people that are like that try to push for toxic substances, where it's like, I swear it's like a lot of the CEOs, especially, well, and I guess cigarettes in general, most of the CEO higher-ups that are in it never smoked cigarettes because they knew about the actual harmful effects of it.
Yeah. Like, man, I grew up rich. I'd never wanted to smoke.
Yeah, right.
Go the next one. I think I've got his wife on here. Oh, another great quote. Go ahead and read our lovely quote.
Let's see. PR, which is public relations, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Must create news in order to appeal to the instincts and fundamental emotions of the public. 1923.
So like his green gala, his torches of freedom.
Oh, right.
He's saying, you got to give people an idea. That's how you sell them.
Right. You got to have emotion behind it.
Yeah. I think I've got his wife next, Doris Fleischman.
Okay.
So Doris Fleischman was a kind of a women's rights activist. She holds the distinction for being the first woman in the U.S. to have her maiden name on her passport.
Oh, okay.
In like 1925.
Yeah.
And she was part of the Lucy Stone League, which their whole thing was not taking their husband's name when they married. They're like, I'm proud of my name. I'm going to keep it.
Right. Okay.
Doris Fleischman did change her name to Bernays in 3 years later.
Was he rich before they got married?
Yes. She was also rich. She's very rich family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder what made her change her mind and decided to change her name. I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like, man, it's such a pain in the ass doing all these documents and all this paperwork and stuff. You know what? Fuck it. It's just easier if we have the same last name instead of having to explain it every other day.
So, I'm not trying to call out a woman from the 1920s, but I do think it's very funny. So she was the first woman in the U.S. to keep her maiden name on her passport, and then she changed it.
Mm-hmm.
Doris Fleischman smoked.
Oh, okay.
But Edward Bernays got her to quit because he didn't like it.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
So, this whole like torches of freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for you, sweetie.
Right. I hate in this picture, by the way, this drives me nuts. That her hat, it's like that hat is too big for her head. It's like, I'm supposed to be able to see your eyebrows still when you have a hat on, lady. What the fuck? Why you have it pulled down so far? Why is your hat down to here? What's up with that? That's kind of weird,
Roasted,
right?
Doris. Roasted.
Why didn't he fix that? Where's the PSA for proper hat height?
All right, what's our next one?
Let's see. Oh, dude, it's Quentin Tarantino as a clown.
It does kind of look like Quentin Tarantino, right?
Doesn't it? I swear, just not exactly, but if you just like look at it real quick, Quentin Tarantino in a clown costume.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. There are better pictures of him out there, but we're gonna cover a couple of people that he public relationed for.
I feel like this is such a lazy too. He's like, no, it's not a clown costume until we make the sleeves a foot too long. Now it's a clown costume, guys. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure he's Pagliacci. You know that joke?
Pagliacci. I've never heard that before.
It's in Watchmen.
Oh.
Dr. Man goes to the psychiatrist and says, Doc, I'm sad. And the doc's like, go see Pagliacci. And the guy goes, but Doc, I am Pagliacci.
Oh, what?
It's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an old joke.
I think I have heard that before.
Yeah. So Enrico Caruso is the Italian heartthrob of the time.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a hottie. And this is a bad picture. There's a couple pictures where he's dressed in a suit. And also he's an opera dude, so you expect him to be like, he's a bigger guy. But that's hot back then, especially in Italy.
Well, that's one of those things,
a big dude that can sing.
Yeah, being able to sing like that
Teddy
elevates
swims.
your hotness. Right.
Like, that's a hot motherfucker. If I saw Teddy Swims at a gas station, I would not talk to him.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's a different... Oh, man, you got a voice of an angel? Okay.
Well, and I think that's kind of
it,
like the predecessor for two, where people call women sirens or something, where, you know, it's like no one really cared until she opened her mouth and she started singing, and then all these people fell in love with her. She's a witch, burn her at the stake. It's like, yeah, no, some people just really
okay, thanks,
appreciate
Donald Trump.
beautiful art and stuff, you know? It's like, and music just really has an impact on people and all that. It's like, yeah, but no, this woman has men paying attention to her, burn her at the stake.
All right, so Enrico Caruso, famous opera singer, when he was touring the U.S., I don't think Edward Bernays invented this, but Edward Bernays came out with the idea that we've got $1 million insurance policy on his voice.
What?
The man, we don't let him speak in public because his voice is too valuable.
Oh, hell yeah. He was like
just a very hammy, very hype man.
Yeah.
Which I do think adds an element to that. Because, like, he's not just a business, exclusive business. He's like, oh, you're a singer? I can promote singers.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
I sold canned bacon before, bro. I can do anything.
I sold canned bacon. I've got a degree in agriculture.
And then I had to convince people to bake it. Okay.
It's in the name, and they couldn't figure it out till I came along.
Right.
Oh, next one.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, this guy.
So, doesn't this look like a fun chap?
Man, this guy looks like he locks his kids up in the pantry at night.
So that is President Calvin Coolidge.
Oh, okay.
Edward Bernays started a series of pancake lunches for him to make him seem more human and friendly.
Pancake lunches?
Which, like, pancake lunches.
They're like, people think you look mean, but if you were eating a big old pile of flapjacks now, they'd love you.
Also, too, my first thought was like, you should go around people and be eating the whole time.
Yeah.
Just mouthful of food.
Right.
Smile, nod, grunt. Huh. That's how you make people like you.
You got to display the kind of gluttony they talk about in the Bible, okay? That's what people want to see.
But yeah, so I mean, that was a big talking point of like how unlikable Calvin Coolidge was and is as a person. Everybody's correct to not like him. But the fact that Edward Bernays could convince people that he was not terrible, big win. Big win for Eddie B.
Why did people think Calvin Coolidge was terrible? Just because? Was he not popular at parties?
We could do a whole episode on Calvin Coolidge and like the precursor to the FBI.
Ah, okay.
And like weird paranoia stuff.
I was gonna say, because I don't really know much about Calvin Coolidge. I got to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But so like public, most of the public didn't care for him. But how did he get elected then?
Because Edward Bernays made him so damn charming.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because he did the campaign stuff for him. I gotcha.
Yeah.
They're like, everyone thinks I'm a hard ass. We're going to get the guy from Toys R Us to make me into a child star for all the chitlins.
Yeah. All right. And then the next one here. I picked this picture just because I thought it was funny. I don't get what they were going for here.
This is like sacrilegious, but for like government.
So this is William O'Dwyer. He was a mayor of New York City. And Edward Bernays had to help him with his campaign. Or got to. I don't know.
Huh. So this is supposed to be like a positive spin on his look?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do too much research into it, but one thing that I saw a couple places is some of the advice that Edward Bernays gave him. And we haven't been keeping up a timeline, but he started the bacon in the 20s. He was doing Coolidge in the 30s. We're in the 40s now. Edward Bernays gives William O'Dwyer some helpful advice for campaigning. Like with the Irish, be pro-police. And with the Jews, make sure that you're anti-Hitler.
Wait, he had to explain that to him in the 40s?
He had to explain that to him in 1945.
Wait, so he was just supporting Hitler in 1945 still, after he was dead?
I don't know. But I don't think that you would have to tell a single soul in the United States of America in the year 1945, hey, don't be pro-Hitler.
That's wild.
And also, too, of like, hey, you want to be mayor of New York? You know there's a lot of Jewish people here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, really?
Right.
Wasn't aware.
That's crazy.
And that's the kind of shit that just makes me question all of this ad work.
Right.
Of like, what? That's pretty fucking simple. I could have come up with that.
Right.
Guaranteed I could come up with that.
Just don't be racist in public. That might help your campaign numbers.
No, you could still, I don't think he would have told him not to be racist. He's like, yeah, go. Keep being a little racist. Just specifically Hitler, that guy that we just got done with a war with.
Right.
Don't praise him.
Yeah. That's solid advice. Did he have to go to school to come up with that? Did he major in that?
Agriculture school.
Right, yeah.
No. Thank God. All right. So those were just a couple of personal characters that he represented. What else do we have for him?
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Modern business must have its finger continuously on the public pulse. It must understand the changes in the public mind and be prepared to interpret itself fairly and eloquently to changing opinion. That's like one of those manipulation things where it's like, yeah, no, it's like no bad or any press is good press. It just depends on how you spin it, kind of thing. It's like, yeah, no, you might think that's bad press, but if we spin it this way, it looks really positive. It goes back to like statistics and how you can skew statistics to make it look beneficial to your cause. If you skew the numbers in the right way, you can make any statistic look beneficial to your cause.
Right. If you're setting out with the intention to deceive people, it's really easy.
Right.
Let's see. What is the next one here?
Let's see. We got influenza sits on the brim of the soda glass.
So this is his, he worked for Dixie cups, you know, the little paper cups that you get out of water dispensers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the time, soda fountains are a big thing.
Okay.
So he's got this pitch that, reusing the same glass, there's lots of germs and it's dirty.
Okay.
Do you want to drink from the same glass that another guy just drank from?
All right. Oh, and that reminds me. Have you ever seen the old pictures? Do you know, like really way back in the day, they used to have like spoons and forks, and they were attached to a chain that was attached to the table? Have you ever seen those pictures? And for real, like one person would eat their food and then you just leave it, and then the next person would sit down. Yeah, I need to pull that up for next time. That used to be like a thing where silverware was chained to the table so that people wouldn't steal it, and they didn't clean it. The next person just came along and you just used it, I'm pretty sure.
We may have to get into like some weird poverty talks, because I want to go over like, have you ever heard of a penny hang?
No, I don't think so.
So like in Victorian England, if you didn't have the money to like rent a bed, you could pay a penny and they would have a rope strung up from like one side of the room to the other, and you could lean across it for a penny.
What? Why wouldn't you just lay on the floor? That's wild.
That costs 2 pennies.
It's standing room only in this bedroom, brother.
And it is that anti-homelessness thing of like, if they caught you sleeping outside, you're going to get jailed and like thrown in a work camp.
Oh, right. Or kicked out of town.
But so back to bad takes in history. Go ahead. Give me another zoom and detail that ad for me. What do you see there?
Let's see. Oh, oops. Well, first of all, we've got this. I can't. I swear it looks like it's such a weird. It's like it's kind of got like a lady figure, lady toes, but then kind of like an old man face, and then like a skeleton hand and a skull. That's supposed to be a
Right.
depiction of influenza, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if it's particularly I think it is, or if it's just like a general depiction of death. But it is weird that they make her a woman.
Yeah, it's
Brian, I searched so fucking hard for this, but I could find nothing other than the one quote that Edward Bernays did an ad for Dixie Cups in which he related influenza and overflowing vaginas. That's a quote. I don't know what that means.
yeah. Overflowing vaginas.
But there's some very apparently there were some other images that was like an overflowing cup and unsanitary. But it's very weirdly anti-women.
Hmm.
And it's just super weird. There's not more to this ad really.
Wait, what does this mean?
What do we got?
I've never seen this verbiage before. Look. We want to improve our fountain service. Tell us more about Dixie Soda Service and send me samples of soda. Name, address, jobber address? What the fuck does that mean? That's supposed to be your job where you put what you do? But I've never seen
employee?
Jobber?
That's
the
such
employee.
A cute 1920s way of saying it.
Yeah, I've never seen that word ever in my life.
I'm with you. It took me a minute. But I was like, well, if you're writing like from your business.
I tried to Google Jobber to see if I could find like a definition. And now Jobber is an all-in-one software platform designed for home service and trade businesses. That's so old now.
The real dead internet is that just every acronym or every random spelling is a startup.
Yeah.
It was a tech startup that was everywhere for 3 months and then disappeared.
Interesting. Yeah, and then the rest of this is being like, yeah, you're going to make hella money off of this and your patrons are going to love it.
Yeah. Which I don't know, man. I love the Turtles, but I'm not a paper straw guy.
Right.
I don't believe Edward Bernays.
Abolish this menace from your fountain. Make sure your service safe and infinitely more attractive by installing Dixie Soda Service. It's funny, this is the kind of like anti-immigrant rhetoric that's like really prevalent in politics right now. The like verbiage and stuff is like so similar in the ways.
So I will just briefly mention that like it's weird and I don't want to get into it, but like, so Nazis did use Edward Bernays' books. He wrote one book called Propaganda.
Ooh, I bet that was really big with them. Oh, yes, the propaganda.
Yeah, the Nazis really liked his books.
I could see that.
He did not like the Nazis. He was not a Nazi supporter or anything. But there is like a weird, when you look at his comments, it is this weird like, no, I don't support them at all. But it makes sense why they're using my books. I'm pretty smart.
Right.
And it's like,
yeah.
You should want to distance yourself from that more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
All right, move. Yeah, I don't want to call him out for that because I'm not sure about that. How much he, there's nothing you can do. You write a book, people can read it.
Right.
All
right. Oh yeah. Let me get this.
So
mashed bananas. There's only one thing more delectable than I can think of than canned bacon, and that's canned mashed bananas.
Mashed bananas. Yeah.
I want to fill up a tub with them and swim in them. Oh, yeah.
That's the right reaction. Because what I want you to know is people gotta have bananas.
Dude, and the
Right? That's a
selling
fact
point
of life.
for all the goodness of fresh bananas with none of the work. It's like, guys, your life is going to be changed when you don't have to peel bananas every fucking hour anymore.
And mash them.
You're going to
You
have
know how
so
long it
much
takes
more
to
time.
mash? You know how much time I spend mashing bananas? It takes me hours.
I got to get my special banana mashing boots out and my banana mashing tub like I'm making wine again.
I told my wife, why don't you make bananas for me and the kids tomorrow morning? And she had to wake up at 3 a.m.
Right. Start peeling those bananas early, baby. Let me tell you. That's crazy. They're like, no, we got to figure out how to get more bananas down Americans' gullets faster. What can we do? Okay, we need to pre-peel them and mash them. That's what we're going to do. We sell the fuck out of bananas now.
So, we've got to do another little history backtrack here.
Okay.
So, Edward Bernays, he served in World War I for the United States.
Okay.
And he worked in the Committee for Public Information.
Okay.
So they were basically in charge of, like, they sold the war bonds and recruitment drives. And sometimes they would, like, you know, check in with news channels and make sure that they're making pro-American statements. You wouldn't want the news during a time of war to be anti-American.
Okay.
Right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically you have to take control of the media. And you help disseminate the right ideas to the right people, you know. So he was big in the US in helping cement pro-war ideas for the US going into World War I and in World War I. And he also did a lot of work in Latin America.
Okay. Mashing bananas?
He didn't mash the bananas. So I'm not sure, but he kind of stayed involved with the government for his entire life. He's in his 50s, 60s at this point, when United Fruit Company comes to him. And they say, hey, we're kind of having this problem. There's a democratically elected president in Guatemala, and he wants to nationalize the bananas instead of letting the corporations own the land and the banana farms.
Right.
And, I mean, Brian, that could have endangered the U.S. supply of mashed bananas.
Yeah, he was like, we are going to lose 10 cents on every banana if this goes through. We cannot allow this to happen, guys.
That's exactly right.
Right. Because he was like, no, you can still own the bananas and you can still sell them. We just want a bigger cut since it's actually like impacting our economy and we're not seeing any benefit from it and you're like destroying our land. And we need to have like funds to be able to backtrack some of this stuff in the future if we need to. And they're like, no, fuck that. We want all the money.
Well, and also, I don't know about you, Brian, but that sounds pretty fucking communist to me.
Right.
And so Edward Bernays played a huge role in painting the democratically elected president of Guatemala as a communist.
Okay.
He was a prominent journalist who had ties with all the other prominent journalists in the United States.
Okay.
He was friends with Duke, the tobacco company that he worked for. Like, have you heard of the Dow Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I have the idea of the concept.
Well, I think it's like an S&P 500 kind of thing, right?
It is. I'm not sure what all it encompasses, but the Duke Tobacco Company was like one of the first 12 companies to join that.
Okay.
He's friends with the richest and most powerful people in the United States.
Gotcha.
So it's actually pretty perfect for him, and he's got a history of working with Latin America. So he comes in as a huge piece of the United States overthrowing the democratically elected government of Guatemala so that United Fruit can come in and sell cheaper bananas.
That's crazy. I wonder how much money they offered him to be like, yeah, you know what? That'll be worth it. That'd be a good stamp on my career.
I kind of feel like Edward Bernays may have just fucking loved the game.
Oh, okay.
I really think
you know, I've never actually overthrown a democratically elected president before. That might be fun.
Again, you know, this dude did a bad thing. You do a genocide and an overthrow of a Democrat. I think that he got a little inspired by the Nazi shit. I really think he's like, oh wow, my ideas are super powerful. Like I knew I could sell shit, but I didn't know that I could probably take over whole countries.
Right.
Oh, you guys want to take over Guatemala? I can do it.
Right.
Because again, he's like,
hey,
60 years old.
We need your help with this thing, but I think the only way that we could do it is by overthrowing the government, but that's not plausible. And he's like, wait a second. Are you sure about that?
I've written books about this.
Right. Wait a second. I'm on it. Just make sure you send me a lifetime supply of mashed bananas and I'll make it happen.
You do it for the mashed nanners.
Yeah. I'll put it next to my lifetime supply of canned bacon. Stored on the same shelf.
Oh, God. Grandpa Beechnut exclusively eats canned bacon and canned bananas.
Yeah. From Chiquita.
And then last one there. We got a just cute little United Fruit logo. Oh, wait. Give us one more Edward Bernays quote to end us on.
The conscious, intelligent manipulation of the organized opinions and habits of the masses is an important element in a democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power in our society. Which is fucking eyes wide shut, coded as fuck right there, boy, I tell you what.
All right, guys. That's been the Brian & Mason podcast.
Wait, you got one more.
Oh, I've got one more.
You can't forget about this cute little sticker, though, real quick.
Creating Banana Republic since 1899. Wink, wink.
Winky, wink.
And all right. That is it for Edward Bernays.
Thanks for learning about Edward Bernays with us. You got anything else you want to add?
Nope. I said it all.
I know what I want to add. Miss you already.
Miss you already.